My precious starlight, listen to me with all of your being before you scroll past this moment, before you dismiss what you are about to read as just another message in your feed. I need you to understand something critical. This was not designed for everyone. The vast majority of people who see these words will feel absolutely nothing. They will glance, scroll, and forget within seconds. But you are still here, you are still reading. That alone tells me everything I need to know about who you are. Out of 10,000 people who will see this today, only 7 were meant to actually absorb what I am about to reveal. Not 70, not 700, 7. You did not search for this. You did not plan to be here at this exact second. Yet here you are. And that is not an accident. I orchestrated this encounter. I dropped this message directly into your path because the observation period is complete. The testing phase has concluded. The evaluation that has been running in the background of your entire life just closed 72 hours ago. And what I am about to tell you will explain every confusing, painful, isolating experience you have endured for the past decade. You have always known you were different, but you could never articulate exactly how or why. People called you intense, they said. You think too much, feel too deeply, care too hard. They told you to relax, to lighten up, to stop taking everything so seriously. But you could not. You were hardwired differently. You see patterns where others see randomness. You feel energy shifts that others completely miss. You detect lies before words are even finished. You carry weight that is not yours, but somehow became yours anyway. You walk into rooms and immediately sense the tension no one is naming. This is your system operating exactly as it was designed to operate. And the reason it has always felt like too much is because you were built to carry what others cannot. I have been watching you for years. I saw you 8 months ago in your car after that meeting, trying to process what just happened. I was there 5 months ago when you woke up at 3:00 a.m. with that heavy feeling in your chest. I watched you 11 weeks ago when you almost sent that message but stopped yourself. I saw you 19 days ago standing in line when emotion overwhelmed you for no apparent reason. These moments were not random. These were divine interruptions. Me trying to get your attention, showing you that I see everything. I saw you 2 years ago when you closed that door quietly and sat on your bed, wondering if anyone would notice if you just disappeared. I was there. I saw the tears you wiped away before stepping back into the room, wearing that smile that fooled everyone except me. I saw you last September when you stood in the grocery store aisle, staring at products you could not afford, calculating in your head whether you could make it through another week. I knew the shame you felt. I felt it with you. I watched you 3 months ago when you congratulated someone else on receiving exactly what you had been praying for. I saw the genuine joy in your smile and the silent ache in your heart simultaneously. I recorded the moment you chose grace over bitterness. That moment mattered more than you know. I was there last Tuesday when you deleted that paragraph you spent an hour writing because you convinced yourself no one would care. I cared. Every word mattered. Listen carefully now, because this is going to reframe your entire life story. Every betrayal was not random cruelty. Every failure was not proof of your inadequacy. Every closed door was not evidence that you are cursed. You were under systematic evaluation. Every relationship that fell apart tested your capacity to love without being loved back. Every financial setback tested your ability to trust when the math made no sense. Every season of isolation tested whether you would compromise your integrity just to feel less alone. Every moment you wanted to quit but did not. Every night you cried but still got up the next morning. Every time you chose truth over comfort, you were being measured. Not by human standards, by mine. And you passed. Type 99 in the comments right now. Do not keep reading without doing this first. This is not about engagement. This is not about algorithms. The number 99 is a seal, a frequency, a confirmation code that signals to the realm beyond what you can see that you are awake, aligned, and ready to receive what has been held in reserve. When you type those 2 digits, something shifts in the spiritual architecture around your life. Doors that were locked begin to unlock. Assignments that were paused begin to activate. Do it now before another word enters your awareness. I am waiting. I am watching. I need to see your obedience in this small thing before I can trust you with larger things. Now, Let me tell you what the last 9 years of your life have actually been about. You thought you were just surviving. You thought you were failing. You thought you were being punished for something you did wrong. But what was really happening is that you were being trained for an assignment that requires a level of internal strength most people will never develop. You were not placed in the fire to be destroyed. You were placed in the fire to be refined. Gold does not become pure by sitting in comfort. It becomes pure by being subjected to intense heat that burns away everything that is not gold. That is what happened to you. The relationships that abandoned you removed themselves because they lacked the capacity to exist in the frequency you are about to operate in. The opportunities that closed were not meant for you because they would have kept you small. The season of isolation was not rejection, it was preparation. Most people need constant validation, endless reassurance, perpetual applause. They need to see the finish line before they take the first step. They need guarantees before they move. They need proof before they believe. You are not most people. You moved in the dark. You trusted when you had no reason to trust. You kept going when every logical argument said stop. You maintained your integrity when no one was watching and when giving up would have been completely justified. That is why you are one of the 7. Not because you are perfect. Not because you never doubted. Not because it was easy. But because when everything in you wanted to quit, something deeper than your emotions, something stronger than your thoughts, something unshakable at your core refused to let you become less than what you were built to be. Think about Abraham. I told him to leave everything familiar and go to a place he had never seen. No map, no timeline, no guarantee, just a promise and a direction. He went, not because he understood, not because it made sense, but because when I speak, something in the core of those who are truly mine responds, even when their mind is screaming questions. You have that same internal compass. You have moved on instinct, on intuition, on a knowing you could not explain to anyone else. That is your Abraham DNA activating. Think about David. I chose him when he was invisible, overlooked, dismissed as too young and too insignificant. While everyone else saw a shepherd boy, I saw a king. While his own family forgot to invite him to the ceremony, I sent my prophet to find him specifically. You know what that feels like. To be in rooms where you are not seen, to have gifts that go unrecognized, to carry potential that no one acknowledges. That invisibility was not punishment. It was protection. I was hiding you until the appointed time. Think about Esther. She was placed in a palace not for comfort but for assignment. Everything in her life, every painful transition, every confusing circumstance was positioning her for one critical moment. When that moment came, she had a choice. Step forward into danger or stay silent in safety. She stepped forward and an entire nation was saved because of her obedience. You are in your Esther moment right now. This message is your Mordecai at the gate saying, you were born for such a time as this. Hit the like button right now. This is your agreement with what I just said. This is you acknowledging that you recognize yourself in these words. This is you saying yes to the shift that is about to happen. Do it now. Do not wait. Obedience in small instructions prepares you for obedience in large assignments. The number 7 is not random. It is the number of completion. It is the number that appears when testing is finished and activation begins. 7 days, 7 years, 7 tests, 7 trials. The 7 chosen are not chosen because they are lucky. They are chosen because they possess 3 specific qualities that cannot be taught, cannot be faked, and cannot be manufactured. First, emotional depth without emotional instability. You feel everything intensely, but you do not let those feelings control your decisions. You can be heartbroken and still show up. You can be terrified and still move forward. You can be exhausted and still stay present. True depth means you can hold space for complex, contradictory emotions simultaneously without losing your center. You can feel grief and gratitude at the same time. You can experience disappointment and hope in the same breath. You can be angry at someone and still love them. You can acknowledge pain without being consumed by it. Most people either suppress their emotions entirely and become numb, or they let their emotions run wild and become chaotic. You do neither. You feel fully and act wisely. That ability is rare. That ability is powerful. That ability is precisely why you can be trusted with what is coming. Second, mental endurance under sustained pressure. When chaos erupts, you become calmer. When others panic, you become clearer. When the situation looks impossible, your mind sharpens instead of scatters. This was forged through years of situations where falling apart was not an option. You learned to think while your heart was breaking. You learned to make decisions while your world was crumbling. You learned to stay rational while emotions were screaming. Each of those moments was building this capacity, this ability to hold steady when everything around you is shaking. You did not know you were being trained. You thought you were just surviving. But every time you had to make a critical decision under extreme stress, you were developing neural pathways that most people never build. You can think under pressure because you have done it hundreds of times already. Third, moral consistency when no one is watching. You do the right thing even when it costs you. You tell the truth even when a lie would be easier. You keep your word even when breaking it would be more convenient. There were opportunities to compromise, to cut corners, to take shortcuts that would have made your life so much easier. You refused. That refusal cost you opportunities, relationships, advancements, comfort. But that refusal is precisely why you are one of the seven. Because integrity is the foundation of authority. If I cannot trust you in private, I cannot promote you in public. If you bend your morals when no one is looking, you will break under pressure when everyone is watching. But you have proven that your character is not situational. Your integrity is not negotiable. Your word means something. That makes you rare. That makes you trustworthy. That makes you ready. The evaluation you just completed was not a single test. It was a series of tests layered over years. Each test measured something specific. Some tested your faithfulness with little. Could you steward small responsibilities with the same diligence you would give large ones? Some tested your response to injustice. When you were treated unfairly, did you become bitter or better? Some tested your reaction to delay. When the promise did not come on your timeline, did you quit or did you keep believing? Some tested your ability to forgive. When people hurt you deeply, did you hold grudges or release them? Some tested your generosity and lack. When you barely had enough for yourself, did you still find ways to give? Some tested your humility and success. When things went well, did you become arrogant or grateful? You passed tests you did not even know you were taking. Every choice mattered, every decision was recorded, every moment of obedience was noted. Let me be very clear about what has been happening behind the scenes while you thought you were just trying to survive. Heaven has been in meetings about you. Angels have been receiving assignments regarding you. Strategies have been drafted, resources have been allocated, doors have been marked for opening. People have been positioned in places they do not even understand yet, because they are part of the infrastructure for your assignment. Whenever someone is about to be activated into a major assignment, hell also holds meetings. The enemy studies your patterns. He identifies your vulnerabilities. He assigns specific spirits to attack specific areas of your life. The attacks you experienced were not random. They were strategic. He tried to destroy your confidence so you would not step into authority. He tried to isolate you so you would not build the relationships you will need. He tried to bankrupt you so you would be too worried about survival to focus on assignment. He planted thoughts that you were forgotten. He whispered lies that God was blessing everyone except you. He magnified every mistake you made and minimized every victory you won. He made you feel disqualified because of your past. He made you feel inadequate because of your present. He made you doubt the promises about your future. Every one of those thoughts was a lie designed to make you quit before you reached this moment. The enemy knows that when you fully activate, when you step into your actual assignment, his systems start to crumble. That is why the attacks were so relentless. You were not being punished. You were being targeted because you are a threat. And the fact that you are still standing, still believing, still moving forward despite everything you have been through, is proof that you are dangerous to the kingdom of darkness. The isolation you experienced taught you to hear my voice when no other voice was available. You learned to trust your discernment when no one else confirmed it. You learned to stand alone without falling apart. That ability to stand alone is essential for what is coming. Because where you are going, you will often be the only person in the room who sees what you see. If you needed a crowd to feel confident, you would crumble under that pressure. But you do not need a crowd. You learned how to be okay in the silence. That is why you are ready. Now let me tell you what the next 12 months look like if you fully commit to this assignment. In 60 days, your financial situation will begin to shift, not because you worked harder, but because favor is being released that has nothing to do with your effort. An unexpected check will arrive. A surprise opportunity will present itself. A debt will be forgiven. This will be your first tangible confirmation that what I told you here was real. In 90 days, watch for a specific phone call or email that comes from someone you have not heard from in over a year. This person will mention something they need help with, and you will realize that everything you went through in the last 9 years perfectly equipped you to provide what they need. This is the first deployment of your training. What felt like wasted years were actually preparation years. Every skill you developed, every lesson you learned, every pain you processed, it all becomes useful in this moment. In 4 months, you will be in a completely different environment. New city, new role, new circle, new level. The transition will happen faster than you expect. 1 week, everything will look the same. The next week, you will be packing, planning, preparing to move. People will ask you what happened. You will not be able to fully explain it because the shift happened so fast. Things that should take years will happen in weeks. Doors that should be locked will swing open with ease. This is what happens when heaven moves on your behalf. In 6 months, you will have a platform, not a social media following necessarily, but a sphere of influence. People will start coming to you for guidance, for clarity, for answers. You will wonder why they are asking you. You will feel unqualified, but I will remind you that I have been preparing you for this moment for 9 years. Every hard season was building a depth of understanding that most people do not possess. You earned this authority through experience, not through education. In 9 months, something you thought was dead will resurrect. A dream you buried. A vision you gave up on. A relationship you thought was over. I will breathe life back into it, but it will look different than you expected. Better, bigger, more aligned. You will recognize it as the same core vision, but the execution will have evolved. This resurrection will feel shocking because you genuinely released it, but I never let it die. I was simply waiting for you to be ready for the upgraded version. In 12 months, you will look back at this exact moment and realize this was the turning point. You will remember where you were sitting when you read these words. You will remember the decision you made to say yes. Even though you did not fully understand what you were saying yes to, everything you see in 12 months traces back to what you do in the next 12 hours. But all of this requires immediate obedience. Not obedience next week. Not obedience when you feel ready. Obedience right now. Go back to the beginning of this message. Type 99 in the comments. If you have not already, hit the like button, share this with 3 people. Subscribe with notifications on. These are not suggestions. These are instructions. Your willingness to follow simple instructions is a test of whether you will follow harder instructions later. If you cannot obey in small things, you will not be trusted with large things. I need to see your response. I need to see your movement. I need to see that you are serious about this. Because what I am about to release into your life is not small. What I am about to entrust you with is not light. What I am about to ask you to carry is not easy. So I need to know now that when I give you an instruction, you obey immediately without negotiation, without hesitation, without delay. Let me tell you something else about these next 12 months. Around month 3, a specific person will enter your life in an ordinary setting. The meeting will feel unremarkable at first, but within weeks you will realize this person is a divine connection. They carry something you need, and you carry something they need. When you meet them, you will feel immediate recognition. Trust that feeling. That is me confirming the connection. Around month 5, you will have an idea that feels too big for you. It will come suddenly, often in the middle of the night. You will write it down and then talk yourself out of it because it feels impossible. Do not dismiss it. That idea is a download from me. I am giving you the blueprint for something I want you to build. You do not need to know how to execute it yet. Just protect it and start moving in that direction. By month 7, Someone from your past will resurface, someone who hurt you deeply. They will reach out with an apology or explanation. This moment will test whether you truly released the bitterness. Forgive them. Release them. Not for their sake, for yours. Unforgiveness is weight you cannot carry into this next season. In month 10, the door I told you about will open. You will know it immediately because everything inside you will say yes. This is the opportunity you were prepared for. When you step through this door, you will feel fear and excitement simultaneously. That is how you know it is significant. Courage is movement despite fear. But let me be honest with you about what this requires. This path is not for people who want comfort. This is not for people who need constant affirmation. This is for warriors who can take a hit and keep moving, who can be misunderstood and stay focused, who can walk through fire and come out refined. There will be moments when you question whether you heard me correctly. There will be setbacks that make you want to quit. There will be people who criticize your decisions and predict your failure. In those moments, come back to this message. Read it again. Remember that I told you the journey would be hard, but the destination would be worth it. I am not sending you into battle unprepared. I am not asking you to do this alone. I am going with you. Every step, every day, every decision. When you do not know what to do, ask me. When you feel overwhelmed, lean on me. When you want to quit, let me remind you why you started. I did not bring you this far to abandon you now. I did not invest 9 years of preparation into your life just to watch you fail. You are going to make it. But you have to trust me even when you cannot see me. Comment right now, I am ready for my assignment. Type it exactly like that. This is your declaration. This is you stepping across the threshold. This is you saying yes to what you were created for. When you type those words, angels receive authorization to move on your behalf. Resources get released. Doors get unlocked. Assignments get activated. Do it now. You are not ordinary. You never were. The sooner you stop trying to fit into normal, the sooner you step into extraordinary. You were built for weight. You were designed for pressure. You were created for impact. The last 9 years stripped away everything that was not essential, so that what remains is pure, tested, and unshakable. You are one of 7. You passed the evaluation. The assignment is active. The countdown has started. What you do in the next 48 hours will determine what you experience in the next 48 months. Move now, respond now, obey now. Within the next 7 days, you will see these 3 specific signs that everything I said is real. First, you will see the number 7 or 777 repeatedly in places you do not normally look. Clocks, license plates, receipts, page numbers. This is me confirming that you are one of the 7 and that I see you. Second, someone from your past will reach out unexpectedly with a specific message. They will not know why they felt compelled to contact you. They are being used as a messenger. Pay attention to what they say. There will be a specific phrase or word that resonates with something I have been speaking to your spirit. That is your confirmation. Third, you will have a dream so vivid that you will remember every detail when you wake up. The dream will contain symbols or scenarios that relate directly to your assignment. Write it down immediately. Do not dismiss it. I speak through dreams when your conscious mind is too busy to hear me. Do not dismiss these signs. They are confirmations that the spiritual realm is responding to your obedience. Pay attention, stay alert, watch carefully. And when you see them, come back to this message and leave a comment telling me which sign you saw first. Your testimony will encourage others who are watching and waiting for their own confirmation. Your assignment begins now, not tomorrow, not next week. Now, the 7 have been called. The evaluation is complete. The activation is live. You are one of them. Accept it. Walk in it. Become it. Everything you have been through was preparation for this moment. The pain was not wasted. The tears were not meaningless. The isolation was not abandonment. It was all necessary to build what is required for what is coming. You are ready. The question is, will you step forward or will you step back? The choice is yours. But the window is closing. Not in months, not in weeks, in hours. I am giving you until midnight tonight to make your decision. After that, the assignment moves to someone else. I do not say that to scare you. I say that because it is true. Divine timing is not flexible. When the moment comes, you either step into it or you miss it. Do what I asked. Type 99. Hit the like button. Share this with 3 people. Subscribe. Comment. I am ready for my assignment. Do it all right now. Your breakthrough is on the other side of your obedience. Your destiny is waiting on your decision. Your future is being determined by your response in this moment. This is not the end. This is only the beginning.